they have to say goodbye to that person because that person no longer exists. You've come into, you're coming to peace with that. There are certain people from your past, and some of you already know what I'm talking about. They still want to have that dysfunctional relationship with you. You're not there anymore. You're not a vibrational match for dysfunction. Celebrate that. The people who don't want to join you right now, it's a closed chapter. It's a goodbye, but with love and compassion. Okay? I'll see you guys when I get back a little bit later, or I'll see you at the store. Traits of alcoholics and narcissists are similar. However, there are some differences which are often overlooked, whereas some do not know that the narcissist in his or her life have a history in being alcoholics, and some who realize that they are dealing with an alcoholic, but overlook that he or she is also currently a narcissist. Narcissists may stop drinking for whatever reason, usually replacing it with another potent supply. However, he or she will not stop attempting to obtain more narcissistic supply. The signs and clues of one having a cluster B personality is not very clear. The signs and clues of one having a narcissistic personality is also not as apparent. This is often why a lot of people who find out that they have been dealing with the alcoholic, they have yet to find that they are also dealing with one who possibly has a cluster B personality and or a narcissistic personality disorder. Traits of alcoholics and narcissists. First trait, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality. Second trait, they can be impulsive. Third trait, chronic pathological deceivers. They can be bullies. Denial of the problem. Lack of foresight. Escapism. Playing the blaming game. Placing loved ones or primary source suppliers last on priority list. Manipulative in order to obtain a drink and or in order to obtain the narcissistic supply. Overly dependent upon others to obtain their drug of choice. Last and final trait of alcoholics and narcissists. Addiction to the chase or the cat and mouse games, and or preying upon others for sport in order to indulge in his or her addiction. So I want to go right to the lack of foresight. A lot of narcissists, as well as alcoholics, tend to lack foresight because they don't tend to learn from their mistakes. They tend to blame other people. So let's go right to the playing the blaming game. Narcissists and alcoholics tend to blame other people for their behavior. If you're dealing with a narcissist who's also an alcoholic, you may find that they are very impulsive. They seem to fly off the handle very easily. So that goes right into the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality. One moment they may seem calm and they get along with you and everything seems to be rosy and everything seems to be okay. And then the next moment, they're flying off the handle. The narcissistic rages are happening and you don't even know what set them off. The last trait, addiction to the chase. Okay, so a lot of narcissists who are also alcoholics, they like to prey upon other people for sport in order to indulge in their addiction. They may have a person that they have targeted for narcissistic supply in the guise of having a drinking buddy. All right, they don't do anything else with this person. They only drink with this person. And some of you watching this video, you probably already know someone who fits this description. You may know him to be a cluster B personality. You may know her to be a narcissist. All right. And you may also know that they drink a lot. You may also know that there's certain people that they only seem to drink with. So the narcissist or the cluster B personality, they will target certain people only to indulge in their addiction. That is how they get the narcissistic supply from these particular individuals, because that's their drinking buddy, or that's the person that they get high with. That's it. They don't do anything else with these particular individuals. So let's go right to the escapism. A lot of narcissists who are alcoholics, they use the alcohol to escape. They use the alcohol to detach from reality even more. I mean, they already are grandiose. They're already under delusions of grandeur. So the Narcissists who drinks, they use the alcohol for fuel. It helps them to take off the mask without worrying about the consequences. When the mask slips and they go into a narcissistic rage, narcissists who are alcoholics, they tend to care less about the consequences. Alcoholism or not, the narcissist's drug of choice is primarily fuel. Narcissists generally are prone to becoming alcoholics due to his or her addictive behavioral patterns, such as gambling, adrenaline rush due to engaging in risky behaviors, disregard for natural and or financial consequences, grandiosity, superiority, and becoming workaholics. Let's move forward. For many narcissists and or cluster B personalities, alcohol enables narcissistic fuel while taking away any cares of rejection, criticism, and consequences due to his or her mask falling off during a drunken stupor. Tool number 1, increase your knowledge on how some narcissists and some with a cluster B personality use alcohol to enable narcissistic fuel. Tool number 2, practice self-preservation, personal boundaries, assertion, and emotional discipline. By becoming mindful to what you need in order to continue to thrive forward might be an important step to your obtaining support once you find that the alcoholic you know is also a narcissist and or has a cluster B personality. Next tool, take steps to give yourself permission to process all that you have experienced in the dysfunctional relationship with the narcissist, who is also an alcoholic. Understand that you do not have to belittle your painful experiences, but to find a constructive outlet to express emotions associated with what might be traumatic for you. A support base designed to encourage you to thrive forward might prove to be a real game changer. So a person who has invested more in the relationship, all the while they're investing in that relationship, they're being deceived because they don't know that the alcoholic that they care for and they love is also one who has a personality disorder, such as a cluster B personality and a narcissistic personality. So that means when they find out, more than likely he or she is going to feel betrayed. Not only that they were lied to, but they were betrayed by the alcoholic, who turns out to be a narcissist as well, or a cluster B personality. So this is why I say the support base is more than likely going to be needed. Some people go to groups for alcoholics. All right, not just the alcoholic going to AA. Okay, you have people, the families, who are also feeling the damages, the aftermath of dealing with the alcoholic. They need to also process. They also need the support. However, when you factor in the personality disorder, yeah, it's just a double whammy. So the support base may absolutely prove to be a game changer because number 1, you're dealing with someone that you love and care about who is an alcoholic. Number 2, you're dealing with someone that you love and care about who also has a personality disorder, such as a narcissist or that of a cluster B personality. So you're going to need to look at exactly how you're going to go about obtaining the support. This is going to be a very delicate situation. On one hand, let's just say you go to a support group for those who have had alcoholics in his or her life. Well, they're probably not going to support you in the fact that you have been dealing with someone who has a personality disorder, such as a cluster B or a narcissist. So that same group can help you on one hand, but not the other. This is why I say when you look for the support group, it's going to be a very delicate situation and one that you're probably going to have to figure out with a lot of care. Because then you're dealing with your emotions. You're dealing with how you think and how you feel about the experiences of having the dysfunctional relationship with an alcoholic who's a narcissist. You're trying to process that. So more than likely, you're going to need that support space. So when you are attempting to find the support for number 1, dealing with the alcoholic, number 2, dealing with those who are a cluster B personality and or a narcissist, this is where you're going to have to merge the two and find the support base that will suit you. This is not the time to really reach out to the alcoholic and find out what he or she needs so much. This is when you're really going to have to practice self-preservation. You're going to have to practice personal boundaries. You're going to have to practice emotional discipline and assertion more than ever. Because you need to process and you need to find out how you're going to constructively express what you have experienced.